100.9 FM. You can tune in live on MySpace at www.myspace.com/I19 FM. Also on MySpace.com/DJcaribbean to tune into the station live. That is right. We are live and direct from Sarasota, Florida, and we're going to have the Canadian Dancehall Queen Simone on the inside.
Canadian Dancehall Queen, can you introduce yourself to the people? Let them know about you.
Okay, well, I'm the Canadian Dancehall Queen out here in Canada, and also the Dirty Wine champion for YouTube and VP Records. I have the best Dirty Wine video, and also Toronto's Dirty Wine Queen also. So, got a lot of titles.
How did you start to get into the dancehall?
That's a funny story. I actually used to be into hip-hop more than dancehall. And I had an injury from basketball when I was a young girl, 15 years old. And I'm a very competitive person, and I saw my girlfriend whining and my cousin doing some cool and deadly old-time wine, and wine and go down and stuck. So I wanted to master it. I learned how to whine. I learned how to whine well. And then when I went to Jamaica that year, I entered my first competition at 15 years old and fell in love ever since.
How do you feel about all the stereotypes that going on? That people saying that how the female in the dance hall, them not educated.
Oh, there's a lot of educated women in the dancehall scene, first of all. People like Dancehall Queen Carlene, which is the original dancehall queen that ever existed. She just is going to be a professor as of January for the University of West Indies. And then we have Junko, another dancehall queen that runs her own business and dance classes internationally in Japan and in Jamaica. And then we have Kiva, who's a businesswoman who also is running her own store in Jamaica. And then myself, I'm a college graduate and currently in university studying public policy and management and working on a lot of other projects. So there's a lot of intelligent women that are in dancehall. They just use dancehall as a way to move up in the business world, or they just enjoy dancing to the extent, but that doesn't mean that they have no sense.
When you first started in the dance hall, did you have anybody who didn't like you?
Well, I'm a very thick person. Those who don't know what I look like can visit my MySpace at www.myspace.com/DHQ for Dancehall Queen. But I'm a very thick woman, and when I first started out, I did get a lot of hate at first for being thick, because the typical dancer is somebody who is 90 pounds, you know, and I got a lot of fights. So what I did the year that I won, I remained thick, but I made sure I was healthy and strong and fit. And with my talents and my flexibility and skills that I have, I was able to overcome the stereotypes that a thick girl can't do the splits, a thick girl can't whine on her head, or a thick girl can't do a handstand. So I overcome a lot of barriers and a lot of fight, and won my crown fair and square with the crowd's love. And I actually, from that point on, motivated a lot of thick women to get into the dancehall scene, you know, build a lot of confidence. So that was the fight, you know, and then sometimes you come across some artists who want you to lose weight to be in their video, and I won't do that. I won't ever sacrifice, you know, who I am just so I could be in somebody's video.
Who are some of the artists you had the chance to work with?
Oh, I worked with a lot of artists, including Beanie Man. I did a video for him. I also worked with Elephant Man, Phantom Mojo, Ninja Ford, a whole bunch of artists, Tony Matron, my good friend, and also worked with a lot of dancers too, like Dancehall Queen Carlene and Junko and Ding Dong and John Hype. So I've worked with many artists. Sometimes Lexus, I can't even remember all of them. They're all on my MySpace. But basically, if I'm not even on a show and an artist is in town, you can be guaranteed that I'll be on that stage.
We have a question from one of our listeners online from Newport. Her name is Francine. She want to know, what is it about the dance hall that motivates you, that makes you have love for it?
I love to perform, and I take dancing to, you know, as an art. And when I feel music that I love, it doesn't matter if it's necessarily dancehall music, R&B, soca. If it's a song that I really truly feel through my body, I love to perform, and I like to just dance and show my abilities to the world and what I could do. So I just love to perform. That's what motivates me. I just truly love music, and of course being sexy too at the same time.
Being in a dancehall and being a dancehall queen, Do you get men throwing themselves at you, telling you how much they love you?
Oh yes, all the time. That's the danger part of it. Sometimes you get stalkers too, people who are willing to follow you home from a dance and send you some serious internet information that it kind of puts fear in you. But that's just the business. Anyone who's public has to go through that. But yeah, you get a lot of that. But when I'm picking a partner and who I build a relationship with, usually the person's not someone who I meet in the dance hall. It's someone who meets me in my everyday life and knows me as a normal person. But yeah, you do get a lot of that, but you just have to know how to handle it. Dancehall is a very sexy culture, and some people don't understand that it's a culture to many. It's not something like I go out there to wear the clothes that I do so I can look man. No, this is just part of my culture, just like how in carnival time women have on their costume, that's just part of their culture. So it's just like us.
Canadian Dancehall Queen, can you tell the people what's your link for your MySpace page?
Sure, it's www.myspace.com/D as in dance, H as in house, and then Q as in queen.
What are some projects you have coming up for 2008?
I'm going to be working with a lot of artists. I just actually got signed to Power Mix Records Entertainment Group. And they have their own artists such as Mega Sample and a few other artists that are up and coming. And they work with people like Ninja Man and Natural Black. So I'll be in a lot of videos this year. I'm also going to be doing movies this year. So people can look out for that. I'm currently right now in a movie called Love, Sex, Eating the Bones, which won a lot of film festival awards. So people can see me now if they want at the local video store. But I'll be doing some movies, and also I have a very special project I can't really talk about coming up this year that a lot of the thick women would appreciate. That's all I can say for now.
Well, it's your boy DJ Caribbean of I-United 100.9 FM, Sarasota, Florida, the morning Caribbean station. I want to tell you, Canadian Dancehall Queen, thanks for being on the station. And also, we'll keep in contact with you to find out when your project will be released and what it is. Because, the listeners, they will be anxious to know what projects you come out with. You've been doing so much good work. So, Canadian Dancehall Queen, it's your boy Caribbean from I-United 100.9 FM. Want to tell you, till next time, thanks for being on the station.
Yes, well, thank you very much for having me. And I just like, everybody who's interested in getting into dancehall, don't be afraid, don't fear, just have fun. Enter competitions. Just remember to love yourself first and respect your body at all times. Oh yes, with the young girls, with every dancer, man and woman, I recommend you guys stay away from all this pasa videos and stuff. I barely watch any of those kind of videos. When I dance, I do everything on my own and through my heart. New dances will reach me sooner or later. I don't try to steal other people's dances. So I stress to be original. Be creative, respect your bodies, women. Don't sleep with a promoter just to get a gig, just to get somewhere to win a contest. Don't ever do that. Don't sell yourself short. You're better than that. And make sure, you never, ever, ever take off your clothes and no dance. It's not worth it. You never know who you'll become in the future, and something like that could end your career. So respect yourself, be original, be creative, practice every day. And take advantage of YouTube like I do. Thank you very much for having me. All right, big up everybody. Yes, good night.
This is Canadian Dancehall Queen Simone coming out live from Canada, and I'll be jamming with DJ Caribbean on Island United 100.9 FM.